Hello. Hi, chat. How you doing? How's stuff? Things? Really? That's good to hear. Oh, sorry about that one. Yeah, I'm sticking in names real fast. So, just give me a little moment here so we, get names in. And, that'll do. So, let's go. This is Final Fantasy I, the PSP version in particular. And hope everybody is having a good Monday morning so far, or at least as best you can. I mean, if you're Garfield, it's going to be rough. But, for the rest of us, there's at least a sense of optimism, maybe, about a new week. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. Gotta go into configuration. With this version, there is a pretty well-known equipment glitch, and to do it, we have to have cursor memory on, and then we are able to turn weapons into armor and armor into weapons. So I am having a little trouble getting it to the left today. Alright, there we go. Now everybody's equipped. Yeah. Alright. Try to make sure I got chat open here so I can actually, you know, see stuff, questions, things, whatever. Memes. Feel free to share memes in chat. Always feel free to share memes in chat. Would never want to discourage memes. And I need to do 2 more quick changes, because this is very new. There we go. Can't just break the economy like this. If you mean the world of Final Fantasy I, yes we can. And we did. That knight armor was known in the NES version as the steel armor, and it's one of the more expensive items you can actually buy. It just happens to work out very conveniently that we can purchase it glitch it this early from the purchase of the hammer, and then basically have all the money you could ask for a run. Okay, we're getting some lag, which is unfortunate. I am going to compensate by getting this up on my phone so I can read chat. Have to mute my volume so that doesn't carry through. I don't want to hear myself, that'd just be crazy. Okay, then close that. And minimize OBS because I don't need to see myself either. That would also be crazy. Oh, chat. Who's still tired on a Monday? It's Monday. Long weekend. May have felt long. Monday may feel long. I don't know. You suddenly feel underdressed for the occasion. Well, don't. You're just Twitch chat. You can wear whatever you want to. We're not putting the camera on you. You don't have to worry about what you look like today. As for me, gotta keep it dapper, man. Just gotta keep it dapper. Preemptives are great in this game because they are a guaranteed flee. We will be able to escape the encounter with no issues whatsoever. This leather hat becomes the Judgment Staff, which happens to give us unlimited casts of the best black magic spell in the game. That's handy. It's also not a terrible weapon for this early. Monday evening here. Oh, you survived Monday then. Congratulations. Alright, so, as you may have noticed, we have Dan join the party. This is something I've improv'd for this run. I thought of it this morning, and I said, oh, that might work. And did a little bit of testing before we started, and now we'll do it live. So by having the one character in the Dan position for the run, everybody else will be getting 33% more experience or something like that, however that works. I don't know, because I don't do math while live on Twitch. That'll always betray you. But everybody's going to get to a higher level, and the particular reason I want to do that is going to come up much later on, which is I want to learn the haste spell before I go into the final dungeon. As for what the final dungeon is, as you may have seen from the listing, this is actually Earthgift percent. Earthgift Shrine percent, I think is what we technically called it. And we want to be technically correct because that's the best kind of correct. The Earthgift Shrine is one of the 4 bonus dungeons that were added in the remakes of Final Fantasy. It is unlocked by defeating Lich, so it's the earliest one that you can have access to. There's actually 5 total bonus dungeons, but just roll with this for now. So we're going to have to defeat Lich, then swing back and defeat one of the 4 bosses of the Earthgift Shrine. There is a bid war, chat. There is a bid war. You can bid on which of 3 of the bosses that you want me to fight. I had to rule one of them out for a specific reason, and that is RNG. Unfortunately, the RNG on the one was just too tough, and I didn't want to find ourselves in a position this morning where he killed me like 8 times in a row. Because he could. He very well could. It's totally possible that he could kill me that many times in a row, and we don't want that. That's bad. If it's not bad, it's at least unfortunate. And I don't really want unfortunate. It's too early in the morning for that. So we have defeated Garland, we got our bridge, we got our used musical instrument, which we will not need in this run. However, if you don't pick it up, you get an extra cutscene. And who's got time for that? This is a speedrun-ish. It's a meme speedrun. So we're not taking extra scenes. Yay, Ogre! Ogre is a perfect encounter to get on the way here because we're menued to melee and he's good experience. High Edge! If we have somebody around to do setup stuff, could we get Edge on the couch? That'd be great. Alright, into whatever town this is, Provoca. I get a couple of ethers here. We don't do too much spell casting, but there's a little bit of it. Is the video zoomed in? Is that on my end? That is not on my end. So I'll have to ask someone on setup to help us out on that one. But I have double-checked. Thank you for the concern, chat. Meanwhile, let's go talk to some friendly pirates. I'm sure this will work out well. Now, with the leather shields that I picked up, not only do I get an extra piece of armor on my fighters, but I glitched that into a mage staff, which lets me cast Fire 2. Unlimited. And I will be using that repeatedly. First instance of using it is to kill off the pirates, because they need to go bye-bye. And it's about half the animation time that the Judgment Staff is, so when in doubt, I would rather use Fire than Judgment Staff, although sometimes Judgment Staff will be necessary. for that extra kill it with firepower. Looking over at my phone, the video looks good now, so thank you to our setup. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and do my safety here, because we don't want to get stun-locked. Hope everyone's been able to enjoy the marathon so far. If you have, what's been your favorite run? It's okay, you don't have to say me. I promise, I'm not my favorite run of this marathon so far. There's still more fun ahead. Hey, we get a preemptive. Those are always great. It's guaranteed runaway. Very tempted to kill those ogres, but I think we're going to stick with the runaway strats now. Alright, we got poisoned. This is what we have antidotes for. This is not a drill. This is not a drill, people. This is what we practice for. And since I'm already menued for that, let's go ahead and heal up a little. There we go. Into the Marsh Cave, Cave of Marsh. It's an unpleasant place to be, but we have to go anyways. Actually, one of the nice things about dungeons in this game is there's less encounters than the overworld. Just unfortunately, Marsh Cave has nastier encounters than the overworld. Well, that was quite the hero run. You don't see that too often. We're going to back up save that. Door number 1. Door number 2. And let's see what's behind door number 3. It's Piscademons. We're going to defend. And then, where's my judgment side? There it is. Now, Mage Staff would not do enough damage to these guys. I gotta check Discord here real fast. Oh, Edge can't hear me in Discord because I have it muted. Can you hear me now, Edge?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you! Fantastic! Sometimes I just have to know that I'm looking there. Thanks for the help. Chat, setup, and everybody else. I don't know what I'm saying. Hi!
Oh, hello. Yeah. Sorry, just didn't want to jump over the top of the narration there.
Well, I can't look at Discord, so that was the only way to get my attention. Or tell me in chat.
Oh gosh, I just didn't want to make a mess of things. But hello, good morning. I hope you're doing well.
Oh, you know what? Real fast, we need to drop down to the live channel.
Okay.
Little back-end thing for the marathon. Sorry for the minor delay there, folks. It'll be okay, I promise. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. That last black mage is not, but we're fine.
It's just Dan. That's his natural state. I woke up this morning with a new idea for a route, and I got to practice it slightly. And just, it dawned on me I really don't need 4 characters for this. And it really wasn't helping me either. Not just need, it wasn't helping. So I decided we'll put all the experience into 3 people instead of 4. And I think that's going to come out alright. For those unaware, Dan is routinely used in FF1 speedruns because it's a short name that fits on the NES, and you put experience into the other 3 characters like that. Hey, there we go. We got a Dan emote in chat. That's fantastic. Fiesel and Geyer have popularized that over the years.
Yeah, it's a long tradition in Final Fantasy speedrunning for the Ace, Bill, Cal, and Dan names.
I threw Fiesel and Rick in there so we had Team SpeedGaming saving the world. Because, of course. And then if I'm bringing you a Black Mage, it has to be named Binochi. That is mandatory for me. These wolves are giving me the business.
Yeah, I think that might be the only sort of downside of funneling experience into 3 party members is not being able to run in the early going, but I think it'll be okay.
Alright, I'm going to try classic run and nuke strats we're used to from the randomizer. Of course it worked. Alright. Always save before Estos. He does unpleasant things. Definitely known to do the unpleasant stuff.
Yeah, the lead-off cast of death is not particularly friendly. I mean, it's frustrating too because when you finally get it, then everything is either immune or it doesn't hit them.
They did it. Doing it to one of the fighters is better than him doing it to the Black Mage. So I'll take that and not bother reviving. Rick will just get a well-needed nap. And then I'll revive him after the fight. That gives us the crystal, which lets us do other plot stuff.
Yeah, so now we get the whole inner sea fetch chain to take care of. So
so far, this has me a level ahead of where I would be on a normal any percent route, where everybody who was alive there would hit level 8, depending on how the Pisca Demons went. But I'm level 9. I should be on the high side of level 9 as well. Got poisoned again. That's rude. The good news is, things are about to get a lot better. One of the things that happens in this version is that stats matter, particularly the agility stat, which is something we're about to make very generous use of. Now, you have seen at some point in time the bonus dungeons of this game, right?
I have seen them, but I haven't ventured very far into them. I think I've done a little bit of Earthgift, and that's it. So,
well, that is going to be our destination of the day. We will be going to defeat one of the 3 bosses that chat can pick from. So there is a donation bid war for that. You can pick between whatever their name, Two-Headed Dragon, Arhem, and Enchilada, or whatever that may be. Close enough, right? I've actually never heard that pronounced, but I guess it's Enchilada. Got poisoned a bunch today. It's 3 times already. Not even once in the Marsh Cave. Trying to fidget with things while we're live, that doesn't work too well. Grab this dagger. That's going to matter later on. And we need Lit 2, which is Thundara. And a little stack of soft potions, because once we're in the Earth Cave, stuff likes to turn you into a statue every once in a while. That's unpleasant.
Yeah, not being prepared for the petrification in Earth Cave is a good way to lose a run real fast. So,
And we can't have that in a marathon.
No. And you might think, oh, 11, that's kind of a lot. It's not.
Well, it's also the third easiest quantity to buy. You can buy 1, the easiest. You can buy 2 by just clicking the button to the right, and you can buy 11 by clicking up. So as far as the ideal number of 4 being, the easiest way to do that is press up once and buy 11. Get that closed. There we go. So Matoya, she is wandering around here in the dark, but, I mean, maybe she could have tried something less drastic, like a window first? That's what I think. I'd try a window, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Hey, well, we got a little second while the cutscene's going on. I think the game is cut off on your side.
Oh, it did resize. What happened there? Alright, my apologies, chat. It totally changed my resolution. The cropping should be fine once I redo this. My apologies, I literally have no idea how that happened. But thank you for the heads up.
Yeah, no worries.
Everything works perfectly in the morning hours. Always. Nothing ever goes wrong.
We can't have a marathon without speedrunning the scene crop, right?
Alright, my phone says that looks pretty good, so, here we go. Alright, we have the Crystal Eye. We took it to Matoya. I should have killed this encounter. That's what I get for talking when I should have been thinking. Those are conflicting things. Totally. We get the Jolt Tonic from Matoya, so now we're ready for the land party. And now we're going to go hang out with the nicest guy in the game. They say he's a real prince among elves. By the way, we did a race of this somewhere around a year and a half ago, I think. Between myself, Forsyth, and Tokahiro. So this wasn't a totally original route. But it was a fun little challenge race we did a little while ago, as I was trying to see what else you could do with this game other than just strictly an any percent route with this equipment glitch. There's a lot of fun you can have with it, I think. And I think the second SGLive, I did a run of just the Red Mage. Was it either Red Mage or Black Mage? I did one or the other. I can't remember which one for which marathon. But we beat the whole game using just one character.
Yeah, I distinctly remember the Red Mage run, but I know you've done a fair amount of other challenge runs to this game as well.
Yeah, last December I was doing a class change challenge where a bot was automatically telling me what my 4 characters were going to be, and I just took them in whatever order it said, which would limit my equipment glitching. Speaking of my equipment glitching, about to do some very important stuff with this Mystic Key. We're going to get the Mithril Hammer and Bronze Gloves. The Mithril Hammer is going to become our new armor. That is the Thief Armlet, which boosts all our stats, but in particular it boosts agility, which is going to make things like running much better.
Yeah, anything you can do to sort of game the system in favor of running away is a lot better. So that pesky problem of not being able to get away from groups of like 2 or 3, it's not going to be that big of a deal anymore. And the Sage's Staff is a tremendous boost to intelligence as well.
It is indeed. So our spell damage, even with the items, is going to get better. And of course we get ambushed the first fight after boosting the agility by all that, because of course you do. The game knows.
Yeah, evenly spreading the paralysis around too. No big deal.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that too much. I picked up the Thunder spell for a reason. And I am prepared to use it, as shocking as that may be. Not even a terrible chuckle for that one, really?
I just forgot to have push to talk on. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's like, I thought that at least deserved a groan. Got the nitro powder. It's dynamite. We're going to turn it into Narek and blow open a canal. Now, incidentally, we only get 2 more progression items for the rest of the run. Alright, encounters over here should be nice and friendly with all this agility. Now, what I really want is to get to level 15 after the Earthgift, and that will make the final dungeon easier. In particular, whichever boss we face, which is up to you, chat. It's a donation incentive, you get to pick the boss. We either fight a dragon, an eyeball, or a thing. I don't know how to describe that other one. It hangs from the ceiling, and I think it's green. That's not the most pleasant image, now that I think about it. Well, it's not the most pleasant image in the game, anyhow.
Yeah. Echidna is a fairly ugly boss.
So, we come see Narek. He likes blowing things up. I don't do a video game accent very well.
Yeah, but I mean, at least Narek this time around is not a casualty of his own excavation.
Well, you say that, but he still wanders off, never to be seen again. But at least he's happy. He does a little dance for us first.
I mean, honestly, he probably just walked outside to get a breath of fresh air and fell into that whirlpool.
That's possible. That used to be Hooray Dwarf, but he doesn't hooray anymore, or else I would talk to him. He lolly-hoes now, and that's just not as good. In the NES, one of the dwarfs just says hooray. So he's Hooray Dwarf. Because we're really creative on naming, aren't we? Alright, we have our ability to proceed on to Melmond, unfortunately. There's the whirlpool you mentioned. That whirlpool is one of the bonus dungeons. Lifespring Grotto, which we will not be going to. I think it's Lifespring. I don't know. Whatever. Melmond has an armor shop. One of the few things it has. It sells steel gloves. Steel gloves! Glitch into Barbarian Sword, which is the best weapon that we are going to have access to, period. And basically it is the best weapon in the game.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're good. But, do we take the time to get a ribbon? Or are we good here?
We do not get a ribbon. We would have to get the airship for a ribbon, so that doesn't really work out.
No, it's been a while since I did the conventional run. I just forgot where it was in the steps.
Yeah, you have Waterfall, Sea Shrine, and Sky Fortress, so no real convenient place to get a ribbon. I do, however, have access to a glitched dragon mail. Back in our earlier trip to Elfland, I purchased a dagger, which I can glitch into that. But for the moment, I would rather have the agility.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame, because I think the ribbon is the nicest thing you can glitch into this shield slot without the game exploding.
Yeah, there's several things that you can, just as far as the main armors, like the thief gloves, they're off. I think they would actually work, but they would break the music, and we don't want that. So I'm going to pick something up before we go into the final dungeon that'll be our shield. That might be slightly amusing. Let's go ahead and safety on the Floor of Frustration with only 3 people, because it is the Floor of Frustration. As I've dubbed it, the 3rd floor of Earth. It has a way of killing you. Lots. It's unpleasant like that.
Yeah, there's just so much that is not fun to deal with. Like this is just this is Paralysis City right here.
Yeah, I like to call this the Group of Death. It is, however, a good experience, so if you're going to kill it, that's not bad. Oh, and then we get jerkbirds.
So you get to see what we bought the gold needles for.
Which is why I totally didn't expect to need them. Because, I mean, anytime you remember to buy them, obviously that's when you're not going to need them. We can't have Fiesel being a statue, though. He's still got work to do. Alright, Piscademons are unrunnable, so we're going to have to menu accordingly. To finish the earlier thought on the Dragon Mail, I pick up a dagger from Elfland, and that glitches into Dragon Mail, so I can do that anytime I need to, which I just really don't right now, because we need all the agility we can get.
Yeah, I mean, the Thief Armlet is just overkill for where you're at in the run right now.
Defensively, absolutely. Ano can defend, we'll just use swords, and bye to the vampire.
Even more of a speed bump.
Don't you mean less of a speed bump? In any event, vampire down, we get a ruby, and we get to proceed on.
I guess it's the thing, right? Like, his cutscene is longer, but he also, like... There's nothing left at this point.
No, you only need one hit, and he can't AoE stun, so you're basically guaranteed to one round kill him. As long as you attack with 2 people.
Yeah, and because this is the vanilla routing, you can't really glitch your way out or anything, so time to walk out, and that's why we'll probably run into Jerkbirds at least once more.
You could play the ship minigame and get an emergency exit, but that's a 1 in 6 chance, and you have to do the slide puzzle fast enough. I'm not consistent at that slide puzzle, so I'm not going to do that for just a 1 in 6 chance at the emergency exit.
I mean, you had a really nice run out of there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I won't say it was a nice floor of frustration, because we did get a group of death that wouldn't let us run, and we got Jerkbirds that made a statue. But we were just well prepared for it. Solo runs, both of those fights would have been utterly devastating. That's part of what makes the challenge of that run. But with 3 people, everything's fine. Any fine emotes in chat? I feel like that's the latest craze in people who have lots of emotes, is they add a fine emote. Well, that notes seems to be going around. There's a lot of notes these days.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of notes for some of these RPG speedruns, especially the ones that are on strict step counts. By the way, this guy loves rubies.
He does. He's very hungry. And he'll kindly get out of our way in exchange for a ruby. So that works. Oh, we got Nora in the chat. Hi, Nora. If I'd known he was going to be up this early, I might have dragged him in here, too. We'll let you off the hook this time, Nora. This time! I'm still not going to mess with Group of Death, even though the levels are better, and it should be fine to run from them, but I don't want them to be a run killer. That would be unpleasant.
Yeah, I've definitely lost casual runs to that group as well.
Well, one of the great features about this version of the game is save anywhere. So literally anywhere we can put a save in. But you also don't want to spend all your time saving like every single step or anything like that. So try to make that balance between there's value in this save, and let's keep it moving. But I'll throw one down here for marathon safety. Okay. Minochi is at 11. His is the only level we're worried about. We want that to get up to 15. And that's because in this version of the game, they gated spells. So, in the NES, you could learn the spell before you ever had a charge of it, but when they switched to an MP system, they restrict your ability to cast high-level spells by not letting you learn them. Which is slightly less convenient on a speedrun. Oh boy, more Group of Death. And we failed to run. And they stunned Nochi.
Oh boy.
I'll give it a couple of rounds. Because it's faster if we recover.
So that's why we save, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically They're basically hitting us with pillows until we
Yeah,
die.
they're hitting everybody, though, so they're keeping the stun on permanently. That was the unfortunate part, is they just kept hitting everyone. If they would focus on just one person, the others would recover and we could get out of that, but they were not giving me anything nice at all. You know, actually, now that I think about it, I hope this Judgment Staff was enough to kill the Ogre Chief. Because I'm not sure on that one. Oh, we're fine. He's got the Sage's Staff on, too. Your damage will scale with your intelligence in this game, spell damage, that is. And it's a little funny, because it will go up, like, with each point, but every 10 is a significant threshold where your damage jumps considerably. Oh boy, we didn't need more of this. Okay, we're not messing around this time. Goodbye, Group of Death. You don't think I was judging them too harshly, do you?
I think you're judging them about as harsh as they deserve.
Okay. It just doesn't stop today. More death.
The hits just keep on coming.
I was pulling out the meme references earlier. Death! There it is! Ah! Death! It stalks you at every turn.
And it only gets better once you get inside the cave.
Better till the third floor. Hey chat, we're coming up on time to pick the final boss. You still got something like 10 minutes. But it is a donation incentive. Chat gets to pick which final boss we're going to fight in the Earthgift Shrine. So make sure I reference that. There's 4. I let you pick from 3, only because the other one would have been even more death RNG. The one we're not going to do is Cerebrus, because his Thunderbolt is actually very powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. In my one lone dive into Earthgift Shrine, that was the first one I tried to fight, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, if you're not prepared for that. For contrast, even with lightning resist, it'd be doing about 150 to me. So you look at my HP totals and realize nobody's living through 2 of those. That means he could 2-round kill me easily if the RNG is bad. So if you have to break a tie and pick a boss, which one do you want to see?
Shoot, let's just throw a kitten out there. Oh gosh, there's a death group.
Yes, there is. And we're just gonna blast them at this point. I really don't feel much need to try and spend the time running. It's still probably technically correct to attempt the run, but the way RNG has gone today, it doesn't feel like that would be a good decision.
Yeah, what's the general rule of thumb anyway? If it's less than 5, you should try to run?
I go by how many people I have to do the running.
Oh, that's a good point.
So if I'm down to 2, I would rather kill it.
And then solo runs, you just kill everything.
Yeah, don't even take a chance, because you have to get them. You basically can't take one hit or you die, so it's fairly important to kill them as fast as possible. Lich floor. What's unfortunate is you can't pick and choose your glitches between versions of the game, because if fire resist worked in this version like it did in the NES, you could throw that dragon mail on early and you would be set.
Yeah.
Now we have a little less demand for the agility, and we've got Lich, so we are going to go ahead and throw those dragon mails on.
Yeah, Dragon Mail being incredibly nice, giving you resistance in thunder, ice, and lightning. And ice is what we're looking at here.
Stop. There we go. I don't think we need Minochi to do anything here. 2 shots. All good.
Yeah, those barbarian swords are no joke.
I did have one occasion where I low-rolled it to the point that I was off by 1 damage. I even made a YouTube video out of that.
Oh no.
I was literally off by 1 damage and I lost a run that way. Alright, Lich is defeated, and we're about to get a little cutscene here. And that little cutscene is going to show us the Earthgift Shrine opening up.
Yeah, speaking of speed bumps.
Well, it doesn't look like chat has controlled our fate yet on these bosses, so you still have a chance to do that till we get to the last floor of Earthgift. Right, where am I level-wise? 12. I was hoping for a little bit better than that. So I think this will work out for me the best. Unless I picked the one wrong fight.
I'm pretty sure these are the Earth Elementals.
There we go. I just went to the wrong side.
Yeah, that was just happened to be a random encounter on that spot.
Okay, 500. That should do it. It's going to take 2 or 3 per fight, so I just need a couple of these. Gives people more time for the donation incentive, if you're so inclined. Help support the SpeedGaming Live. Make things better for next year. Hopefully live again next year. I did get to go to the first one. I couched the Final Fantasy I randomizer, which was at that time the biggest event it had been played in. And then I couched, I did a commentary for several of the Mario Maker 2 races we had. It was brand new at the time. There was a lot of fun to be had. So we were doing that. There was other fun stuff. Super Mario Bros. 3 Rando was still reasonably new at the time. That was going on. And here we are 3 years later, keeping it strong on the internet. Which is fun to see all those Speed Gaming channels in use. They even had live stuff on Speed Gaming 7 last night before, one or the other. Okay, we're almost there. When you got 3 people's worth of messages popping up there, it's hard to keep track. That's 15.
Yeah, there are definitely some better tiles in this game as far as getting experience, but as far as getting access to them right now, nope, that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm not even sure right now what would have been better. The Giants really aren't. That would have been the other thought, be the Hall of Giants. Probably the best way to have done it would have been the room before the vampire. But I wasn't sure where my level tracked out at that point, so I didn't know how much I needed.
Yeah, and I think if you were going to go to like maybe level 20 or something, just taking the canoe up to the volcano might be your best bet. And going to visit our friendly Agamas. But 15, nah. This is a quick shot on the Earth Elementals is the way to go.
Yeah, with barbarian swords, you'd much prefer the single target enemy. Also, if we had the canoe, we could have considered the castle, not Ordeals, Northwest Castle, Astos' place, and you could fight the rooms there. Would have been a very valid consideration. So there we go. We get to learn haste. That's the whole reason we went to level 15. But it's going to make the final fight a lot safer.
Yeah, I could definitely see where you save time now by running a 3-person party.
That was basically the thought, is I couldn't see any way that was viable with 4 people. Because it wouldn't have even just taken twice the fights there, it would have taken a lot more to make up the difference for what I didn't get over the whole course of it. But it made that viable, which makes the final fight viable. And I've also played around with who should actually be in the party. And yes, that cave was the Earthgift Shrine, thanks for asking. And we walked past it. What's this? We're heading back up to Garland's place. What craziness is this? I'm going into the Chaos Shrine. What am I doing? We're coming over here. There's gargoyles over here. That's scary. Now, fun fact. You're good. 2 years ago, I guess it was, the any percent route of this game changed. And part of that change was doing a little bit different on the armor. And the first version of it involved getting that Gingy armor for stats, which it does +3 to most stats. So we get a little more intelligence, we get a little more agility, a little more fun, and it helps make up the gap for what I'm giving up on the Thief Armlet versus the Dragon Mail, because I lost 2 agility. I netted out 2 agility by switching that. I need to get... Bid War still active, yes. You can do that until we get to the last floor here, and I am not finding which browser I had this map saved in. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Alright, this is fun. Nothing ever goes wrong when you're doing marathon runs. Nothing at all. Lyra SRL, thank you for the raid, and welcome in everyone. Hope your Monday is going fine so far.
Hi, Lyra. Alright, so just give us a moment while we do some double checking.
having to type, which distracts me slightly. But we got a lot of these little battles to get through on this floor. And fortunately, Mage Staff is very good at doing that. Okay, there's my map. Now we're good. When you see one floor in particular, it will make sense why a map is necessary.
I mean, Earthgift Shrine, even not on that floor, is it's a little tricky. A lot of the dungeons definitely look samey.
There's two kind of standard dungeon floors that look like they could be in the Earth Cave. Those are really easy. This one, it's just you have to remember one turn specifically on this floor. Basically, you just have to wrap around the edge of this floor. See what I did there? So yeah, we're just walking around the outside of this map. And then here's where we're going to turn left. And I think we can pretty safely say you've got till the end of this floor, just because of lag, and we'll have to actually figure out which boss I'm fighting. So we're about halfway through this floor, if anyone wants to sneak a donation in and pick which boss we fight. Hey, you got slightly longer because I turned wrong. And that was with the map open. I still made it wrong. Shame on me.
Yeah, I am telling you, this is a very, very easy to get lost in dungeon.
Yeah, particularly because well, one of the things of the PSP version in general is you're a little zoomed in on the map. On the NES, you'd see much more world map, dungeon map, whatever. You'd see a lot more on one screen than you do on the PSP. So you don't always get quite as much information on the PSP as you'd like as far as walking goes. But now we're on track because there's nowhere else to miss. I should probably mention, all the fights here are runnable. However, if there's a dude standing there, you can't get past the dude standing there unless you do the fight. You can run away and get a different fight, but it's still going to be that dude in the way until you win that fight. So that's why we have to talk to these and actually kill them. Alright, I'm going to have to actually menu here because these are different. They don't like fire as much, so better to do thunder against them. Scorpions may not be birds, but they're not nice either.
No, they are not nice in any form. I mean, the Sea Shrine ones are bad enough.
So right now we have a little bit of this floor, there is one more floor, and then there is the boss. The end is very near. You end up getting a lot of levels off these guys anyways. They're not worth very much experience, but you fight so many of them. If you actually did the all bosses category in this game, they do the Earthgift Shrine pretty early because it ends up being the level grind for the whole game. Because you have to run this 4 times to be able to fight all 4 of the bosses. Fun fact.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, on your 4th time through, you at least would have a better idea of where you're going. But for gosh, your first time through, or if you're just dusting this off after a D-Rust, yeah, it's a little crazy. But now we're on to old predictable Basement 3-4.
Yeah, but this is the one. Okay, this is going to be a great spawning point because it's really quick to figure out where we are, except that there's two possibilities. There's two possibilities for where we are. Either way, my answer is going to be go down like this. Okay, I'm at that one, so I want to go up. That was actually a great spawn point because it made it a lot easier to find the exit here. The ones you don't want to see are pure desert. Alright, looks like Two-Headed Dragon won. So as long as I remember my bosses right, that's this one. Save and be sure chat got what they paid for, and healing would be good. That's the Two-Headed Dragon. Yay, I remembered something.
Alright.
Enjoy the hype music, chat.
Yeah, and this is where you can see haste making a tremendous difference. Just look at how much more damage is coming out with those barbarian swords.
And there we go. Dragons defeated just as chat called for. Get a Bard's Tunic. I don't use it, but you get it. And you can no longer go back. So they make you actually leave. And that is the Earthgift Shrine completed. Thank you so much, SpeedGaming, for the chance to run this. Thank you, Edge, for hanging out with me. Thank you for everyone who donated towards killing the dragon. Hope you enjoyed. And I'm not sure what is next on the marathon schedule, but please stick around. Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you all. Have a good morning. I hope you're doing well.